request is, gentlemen, please keep your distance and don't film any people that come out of here in plain clothes.
Well, that's a request, yeah?
That's a request.
That's a polite, friendly request.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but it's not. It's a request. Obviously, we want to, we can, and obviously you would review that when it happens. But it's public land.
Gentlemen, I'm going to leave you to it. Please, just bear in mind, don't go getting into people's faces when they come out of here in civvies.
Hey,
you don't know what they're doing. You don't know where they've been, and you don't know what the relationship is to the building.
Can I give you some advice, Sergeant? Please don't step in people's faces, because I backed off twice from you, and you always getting very close.
All right, my man. Take care. Have yourselves a good day.
Can you admit you was in the wrong there, and then we move on, Sergeant? If you can admit you was in the wrong, and then I'll leave it be, Sergeant.
One's actually from Forest to go.
Sorry? Okay, bye. Sergeant, please can you admit you was wrong for getting in my face? Please don't ignore. Come on.
Okay, guys.
Sergeant, come on. He's angry now, look.
It was Lambeth.
So, I'm at the
Right, guys.
police station. That was the best I got sacked.
No, he don't like bacon. He likes double rashers of bacon. Nah. Be a serious officer. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good. You?
How's your day been? Just starting shift?
Yeah. Well,
Can,
I'm just started.
can I ask you a question? Constable, yeah? Met Police. Obviously, you guys are in special measures. Opinion on it?
Huh?
Opinion on it?
No.
What can you do as an officer to improve the public's image of you guys? Because it's very negative at the minute.
Obviously, I'm not a spokesperson for the Met,
But
but
you're an important member.
I just hold myself accountable for my actions, etc.
That's fair enough. How long you been in the force?
Just shy of 2 years.
Thank you for coming, yeah?
What do you think? Last question. What do you think of auditors, like these YouTube auditors?
I see it all the time.
You've heard of it?
Have you heard of auditing?
What's your? Are you thinking? I'm independent. So is your opinion to work with these guys at some point, or
Have an open dialogue.
anything? Or?
Absolutely, I think just approach them doesn't help.
You've had a good approach, and your tone is quite softening, which is really good. You've got good communication skills. But do you see any corruption?
Sorry?
Have you ever seen any corruption?
No, personally, I haven't. No.
Do you wish you had the same reaction from other police officers?
As him, yes, but then the corruption question is so annoying now because so many's happening, and all we want is one of you to go, look, I did see it, yeah, but I ain't having it.
Well, personally, I've never seen it. If I do, there's ways of reporting.
But
What about
what-
the
yeah,
2 weeks ago that were arrested, the police officers for raping, kidnapping
Harlow
I'm
Kingston.
not aware of that.
in Harrow?
I don't know.
Northwest,
I know
yeah.
nothing of that.
You don't know? It was splattered over every newspaper in the country.
Well, I haven't. I watch the news quite regularly, but I haven't heard of that incident.
Really?
Like I said, I'm not a spokesperson.
That must be. I'm sorry, officer. I've got to be a little. You got to
I
be in
don't believe
Dulu
that.
land because
I don't
it's
believe that.
very happening, and the real reality now is the public have had enough, and the confidence in you guys is at the lowest it's probably ever been, and the new man you got in charge, yeah. Do you speak to him,
Mark Rowley.
Mark Rowley? Have you never had an open dialogue in a group with him? Like,
Not personally.
is there anything you think he can do?
My man.
Recruiting new officer. You're a new officer, aren't you?
Yeah.
So how old are you, somewhere?
Myself, 28 years old.
So you're quite young, really, and you're in a new branch, right? So you haven't got a taser.
No, I haven't. I'm just a safe neighbourhood officer.
Safe and neighbour. Okay, so you're with the community then, yeah?
Yeah, so I cover Wood Street, safe neighbourhood.
Yeah.
Our approach is neighbourhood policing, so we can answer 999 calls, etc. But most of our stuff is just engaging with residents. Sort of
How do you feel walking around the streets then?
safe.
Huh?
What, as an officer?
Safe or unsafe?
No, safe. As an officer, safe.
You don't feel you're targeted?
No,
So why do police officers always so paranoid about people filming them?
I have no idea. But
All
I
right.
have no problem with that. I've been filmed before, like I said. It's
Yep.
absolutely fine.
Can you identify yourself, please?
2439 November.
Thank you. You're very polite.
860.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. See that, guys? Are you getting in the pink taxi? So ignorant. Oh my god.
Ignorant.
Mate, it's a pissing me off. Drivers, do not
There's
park.
a big crowd, there's a crowd of them coming up.
on Pratt Walk.
It's nice how we pay their wages, but they want to talk to us.
Like, have a conversation, have an open dialogue. You know what I mean? And then we know where we're at, don't we? Are you coming for us?
Good afternoon. How are we doing? We are.
Can you let us know about the body cam, please?
I'm about to, mate. You are being warned. You are being videoed on my body cam. Okay.
South
Audio
Afri-
visual.
Are you South African?
No, mate. No, I'm not.
So a little bit of
Hold on,
space.
gentlemen. What is your purpose being here today, gentlemen?
It doesn't matter, officer. This is a legal activity. You're a sergeant. You should know the law. This is public land, and that's it.
I appreciate that. My concern is the safety of officers coming in and out of this building, who you're filming, why you're filming them.
You've got enough of you. You're outnumbering us. You're very safe. Let's calm down. Let's take it down a level.
Yeah, okay, this is a friendly conversation. They're right back there.
I feel
You're the ones that
intimidated.
have come to me, okay? My question is, what are your intentions?
No, we were
What are
going
you
there, and
planning
you
on
walked to
doing?
us.
Sorry?
We were going there and you walked to us. Obviously, I'm going to stand back, officer, because you keep approaching. Is it illegal what we're doing?
What you're doing is not illegal. My
Yes.
question is regards the safety of officers. Are you
About
filming-
safety of the public in your hands.
My man, let me talk, please. But we're having a conversation.
Yeah,
You've asked
well-
me a question, let me answer it.
But I'm getting a bit bored because I've been here and a lot of you guys have been very horrible to us. So
Right.
we're getting locked out of there of a public counter. We're not even allowed in there.
It's not a public counter, it's part of this building, it's not a public counter.
Public
But it was open.
Owned by the public.
That's not a public building, this is a private building, private police premises, this is not a private
Now it's
Who
shut.
who pays for the police?
Right.
Now you're not
I'm
listening.
gonna
Unless
ask you,
you've
Dylan.
asked you and you can't answer.
I'm going to get space. I'm going to get space because I know what you guys are doing.
Now
Obviously,
we go with this conversation, but I'm telling you, this is a private building.
Now you've
It's not
shut it,
access
it's-
to
yeah.
the public, okay? It's no access to the public in here. My question is, what are your intentions with the filming and what do you plan on doing with the footage?
it doesn't matter, does it? It's illegal
It does matter
activity.
because if you're taking photographs of officers leaving work and you're going to put that all over social media to
You
identify
don't,
police
you don't
officers
even know that,
on their days
officer.
off,
You don't know what we're doing.
that's why I'm asking you the question. Do you get where I'm coming from?
You're
now, buddy?
assuming, officer. Let's not assume. Let's have an open dialogue.
I'm not assuming. I'm asking
That's
to get
not a-
clarity.
that's
on this
not a
one.
private building.
What do you plan on doing with the footage you're recording?
That's
not-
up to us. What we do, when that comes
Doesn't
on
matter.
our device, it belongs to us.
It's our
So we
property.
can do with it what we like.
Right. Now, I'm going back to the whole thing of officer safety. Do you
can
want
ask.
to jeopardise police officers' lives by having their identities published all over social media?
We get that.
And
We
their
get that
civilian
point.
lives with their civilian vehicles?
You do work
That's
for
what
the
I'm getting
public. I do get your point.
Cameras all over the
But
place.
you do work for the public. We get your point. But you've now got 7, 8 police officers. Oh, that's fine. Okay. But Sergeant, you know the law, right? Let's calm down. Right? Because you're getting a bit irate.
No, I'm not.
Your breathing pattern, you're getting a bit...
I'm having a friendly conversation here, buddy.
What do you want to achieve by doing what you're doing?
Mate, my intention is to achieve is to ask you what your intentions are. This is now the fourth,
Well,
fifth time I've asked you now.
my intention is to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Right? And I know I'm not going to get the answer that I'm expecting.
So obviously I'm just going to have a little walk around. So we've got 1, 2, 3,
Two
4,
officers from
6,
Northwest.
7.
How many is there?
What have we got? So we've got constable.
Like, but you've got to appreciate it was 4 of you.
Yeah, I get that. You got a route number. How are we all doing? So you guys covering their backs then?
We're just here. So
What do you guys think this is? What do you think we're doing? Oh, okay. It's just filming in public, that's all. And obviously they're a little bit paranoid, and you guys are as well. But why are you paranoid?
would you not be paranoid if you were filming a police building?
No, because it's public land, isn't it? Because obviously, like the public, if they want to come down, have a little look, it's just because we're filming. If we weren't filming, you wouldn't come to us.
No, that's right. I think it's
Thank you for admitting that, which is the first I've ever had from a police officer.
It's when you are filming, you feel the police building,
Yeah.
the main HQ, it's quite peak security.
The only issue is, because you work for the public, we just come and have a look. And that's it. Like, we don't have to tell you. We could be here silent in balaclavas, and then I could half get your point of you lot coming out heavy-handed. But there's no need for this much, guys, you know.
Has anyone come out heavy-handed?
Yeah, 4 here. Sergeant getting in our face and 2 here. That's 7 vs 4, come on. That's 11 people stood here.
You come and approach us, or we come?
I was going there and he come to me.
Just now.
You guys are observing. I know what you're doing. So you're observing. If it gets heavy, you'll jump on us. I get the point. I know what you guys are doing, yeah?
I
And
don't think anything's getting heavy. No. Just coming out and making inquiries and speaking to us. Just
you
a
can do that all
conversation.
day long, but it's down to that sergeant that is demanding. And that's. Have you all put your body cams on? That's really good. So you don't need to, yeah? So we're not a threat risk.
Conversation.
You haven't actually even got a body cam.
There's a reason for that.
Why?
Skipper's got it.
He's took your body cam. What? Have you run out of body cams here then?
Hey, it's been a busy week. It's been very busy.
Is it this all the stuff going on
It's
with?
been coronation weekend, isn't it? It's a lot heavy.
Did you have a lot of hassle then?
No, just lots of hours.
A lot of arrests?
Long days. As far as I know.
Any brutality?
As far as I know.
Come on, there must have been a few arrests.
I'm sure you've seen the news.
Don't watch the news. Do you?
I didn't.
Do you watch the news?
Every now and then.
Every now and then. Do you believe in the news?
I'm not going to go and answer all questions like that.
Can I ask you one question? Because you've been talking quite a lot. I feel like it's quite interesting about body cam. Met Police are in special measures, yeah? Obviously, you guys are pretty much on your last legs. If it carries on, you guys are probably going to disappear, isn't it? Like, there'll be no more Met Police, I think.
I think we're quite well for that.
Do you think you can improve it?
As individuals or as a...
As a group, as United, like, because there's thousands of you, isn't there? And you've got loads of new ones in, new officers. Do you feel like you can do it now? You can make the public believe in you again, and all of these.
I think so, otherwise we wouldn't be here.
But it's all these crimes. Wayne Cousins, David Carrick, another one in Harrow 2 weeks ago or last week. They're getting so appalling now. The public are like, whoa, and they might be hesitant to ring you now. Like, say if something happens to them, they might go, I don't know if I should ring them now, because they
What we
might.
can do is try and restore that faith.
Yeah, I agree with that. But how can you do that?
How can we do that? Well, we could go on forever about that conversation. That's
Just-
the time for another time. I'm not to have that conversation.
Do you work on the streets then?
Yeah.
So, is there a gang crime around there?
What, here?
Gang
I don't
problem?
know about this area.
Do you think there is?
What, this area?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen this.
You guys never commit to nothing, do you? You make it very boring for me. I'm asking you some questions, you never commit.
I think we've been quite quiet here.
Can you all identify yourself then? We do it properly, yeah? Can you identify yourself? So shoulder number.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
No. Let's please. You told me about the body cam.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if
Hey,
you.
what's the meeting?
Have all of you got
Right. Can you just identify yourself verbally? Because
Yeah,
obviously.
Gypsy Thompson 2963.
Thank you. And you as well. Thank you so much. You haven't really said a word, but could you identify yourself, please? Okay, thank you very much. I think your guys have been quite tame there, and obviously we've got a little bit more aggression there. So I'm going to have to do this because we're fearful of getting outnumbered by police. Unfortunately, at the minute. Okay, guys? Here we go. So, guys, that was just a little conversation there. But this sergeant here is a little bit...
For lots of reasons here, but it's not open to the public.
We know that.
Right, sir, are you going to be putting yours on social media as well?
I don't know.
You don't know. If you did put it on social media, what platform and what username would I need to look it up under? Because I want to see my face on social media.
Why didn't you ask that first? See, now you're being polite. Why didn't you ask that first?
I'm not going to have an argument with you about my politeness. I've been polite from the get-go as far as I'm concerned, you know. Lovely New Zealand accent. Can't go wrong with one of those. What's your username, buddy?
Can you identify yourself, please?
Yeah, I am Sergeant Damon Moore from Stratford Police Station.
I can't tell you that because my rights, I just want to, if I do put it online, I don't really want you guys finding it. Okay?
But if you put it online, we're going to be able to find out. It'll just take me longer to find it.
Are you going to search?
More than likely, yeah.
What platform do you think it's going to be on?
Well, are you going to be like your man here who's going on YouTube?
I don't even know what YouTube is.
Right. I know what YouTube is, but it must be an old man thing. Yeah?
I don't know.
Oh, that was a bit cheeky, wasn't it?
But officer,
That is an old man thing, isn't it? Yeah. I don't do TikTok or any of that.
I do feel a little bit intimidated because there's a lot of you now.
Right, let me explain, yeah? These are all part of my serial. They've come out, they stood back there. You've engaged with them, they've not come forward to engage with you.
They were fine. No, they were fine.
We've
Just
all been fine, we've all been polite, we've all been friendly.
you were like approaching forward a bit of aggression there, and that's no. Now you're tame. At the start, you wasn't. You was in the face, and I said to you, I'm stepping back.
Gentlemen, all I'm going to ask is please bear in mind, if anybody comes out of here in civilian clothing, please don't film them.
But if they're a police officer or just a member of the public.
It doesn't matter who they are. If they come out of here in civilian clothing,
Well, no, if they're a police officer, they can be filmed, can't they?
they could. Hang on. What I'm asking is,
We're
not
getting
sort of
filmed
saying-
now, miss. Look at the
You don't have
cameras.
privacy in public.
Look at the cameras.
There's cameras, there's
And you're filming.
17,000 cameras
And you're filming.
all over
Yeah.
the UK.
This is what we do. You're filming with.
It's
What
potentially
I'm
people
asking.
even come, you know, to and
But
from
you're filming,
work.
miss. It's a bit hypocritical.
You're ashamed of being a police officer.
But we're not going to stick this all over
you
social
ashamed
media.
of
We're not going to
being
put
a
your
police officer?
identities all over social media.
But we don't know if it does. If it goes online, I don't know
We
personally.
don't do ours online. You know we don't do ours online. Yours will go
Tell you what I'll
online.
do,
That's
yeah?
what we're concerned about.
I'm worried about all this footage
I'll
though.
delete my footage.
I'm getting
If
filmed
you
a
can
lot.
get the council to take down all the
Yeah,
cameras in the
that's the
streets.
issue we have. We're getting filmed constantly. We've probably been filmed all day, going for a coffee, and you guys do work for the public, and you should be filmed because the corruption cases in the Met Police are rising and rising. David Carrick, Wayne Cousins, many. We're not tiring you all with the same brush. We just want some questions answered. That's all.
Okay. We are not the people to answer those questions at the level that we're at here.
Why not,
okay?
though?
And you're not going to get those people to come down here and speak to you in this sort of situation, all right?
But you can,
Okay?
as a sergeant.
We have a press liaison officers who will speak to anybody associated.
They ignore negative, only go with positive.
Okay. Either or. My question is, what are your intentions for the safety of officers who are under all sorts of operations?
So are
and
the
what have you?
so are the public. The public are in the greatest
so you would
worry.
be quite happy to compromise an ongoing investigation for the sake of your
What about the
followers?
safety of the public?
Exactly. It should be at the
1800
height.
people die- 1,800 people die in police custody.
This is the issue. It's a both. It's balance. You guys are only looking out for yourselves. The public are the most important.
And
You
all
work
the
for the
things that you
public.
talk about the police do wrong, it gets investigated. This is why we're having a conversation with
Yes,
you.
by
and
your
we're
own
going down
people.
that way.
By your own people, and the justice isn't fully served. Only just
Let's
now,
bear in
Wayne
mind that the death
Cousins,
in custody gets investigated by the IOPC,
Which is
not the
your own
police.
people.
ex-police
No.
officers.
Independent
officers.
Office of Police. Hey, nothing to do with me, mate.
Have
Nothing
they
to
been
do
police
with me.
officers in the past in the IPC?
I don't know. I don't know them.
Come on, let's
Okay.
not.
I don't
We know
I
what we're
don't know
talking
them.
about. We do
Either
study.
way.
Investigate they're
Gentlemen,
independent.
we are
You
just
guys don't
asking-
face proper
don't film
justice
people that come out of this building in
if
plain
you do
clothes,
wrong.
please.
Not all of you do
Okay?
wrong,
It's a nice
but
friendly
David
place
Carrick, Wayne
because we
Cousins,
don't want to,
and there's a lot. You know what I mean? It's
destroy
a
the
scary
integrity
place.
of any operations that could be going on in the background. Right?
Yeah, but not every police officer that does wrong goes
Are any of
prison.
you going to tell me where I can find this footage later on?
Just look on social media.
How about Tiki
There's a lot of social media. TikTok.
Tacky? How about that one?
Tiki Taki. Right. What's your username on Tiki Taki?
I can't give it away because it jeopardizes my
Gentlemen,
privacy.
I think I've been nice enough and friendly enough with you. We've been polite. This is public space here. You can film whatever you want to film. Just bear in mind that there
That's a
are
public
live
building.
operations that are run out of
It
all
is a
sorts of
public
police
building.
buildings.
That's a public building as well.
Can we compromise that is a public building? You've shut the door. That's gone now.
It's
Privacy's
a
gone.
private building. It's a police building. It's
Who
not
pays
a
for
public
that?
building. It's still not a public
That's not the
building.
question I asked you.
No, you're trying to suggest
public
that this
pays
is
for it.
open to the public. This is not open to the public. Therefore, it's not a public building.
But what about an open door? You can walk through, can't you? If that gate open, we can walk in it. Like
It's
now,
paid for
we
by
can
the
walk in
public,
it.
so it's publicly owned.
It's
If I'm walking through that door, don't be surprised the police officers don't jump on you and throw you back out
Of
again.
course, but I'm saying to you,
So
if
that would
it's
suggest that that is private property.
why
and
didn't you
not
jump
a
on us
public
when we went in there
building.
then?
It's paid for by the public.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who,
public
it
property.
doesn't matter where the funding comes from. It's still not a public building. Can we get that bit
But
straight?
you are a public service.
Sorry.
You are a public service.
Could
Do
say
you
that.
do you work for the public?
Do I work for? I've worked for a lot of people.
I think you're not one of them. I don't think you believe that all of them people are hurt by police officers, and it's happening every day, and it's rising.
What I believe is completely. It's not.
You
like a
seem just for your own.
conversation here, okay?
Sergeant,
Right?
you seem for your own, and this is the issue. We need an open dialogue. You're coming and
Yeah.
giving demands, and
If you want to open dialogue, then arrange a proper formal conference.
you guys
instead of coming
don't.
here with your cameras.
You
and
guys
sticking
won't
up
do
people's
that.
faces.
It doesn't happen.
It won't
They
be me
don't
that does it.
answer us.
We have press people for it. People that can speak
Yes,
better
and they
than
tell
me.
us that they're not
Alright?
interested.
I have
It
emailed
doesn't-
them myself. I'm independent.
It doesn't
and they
happen.
didn't want to respond to me either. And
Come
I sent
on.
them a letter.
It's not under my control. My request is, gentlemen, please keep your distance and don't film any people that come out of here in plain clothes.
Well, that's your request, yeah?
That's a request.
That's a polite, friendly request.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but it's not.
Okay.
It's a request. Obviously, we want to, we can, and obviously you would review that when it happens. But it's public land.
Gentlemen, I'm going to leave you to it. Please, just bear in mind, don't go getting into people's faces when they come out of here in civvies.
Hey,
you don't know what they're doing. You don't know where they've been, and you don't know what the relationship is to the building.
Can I give you some advice, Sergeant? Please don't step in people's faces, because I backed off twice from you, and you always getting very close.
All right, my man. Take care. Have yourselves a good day.
Can
yeah?
you admit you was in the wrong there, and then we move on, Sergeant? If you can admit you was in the wrong, and then I'll leave it be, Sergeant.
One's actually from 4 to go.
Sorry. Okay, bye, Sergeant. Please, can you admit you was wrong for getting in my face? Please don't ignore. Come on,
Okay, guys.
Sergeant. Come on. He's angry now. Look.
It was Lambeth.
So,
Right, guys.
police station, that was the best
We called it a
interaction I had.
private building, but it's not private.
Let's carry on, boys. It's public land.
Publicly owned.